Hey guys, Southeast Softwash going to be adding another video to our how-to series. So we've got a how to clean a driveway, how to clean a roof. Today we're going to be looking at a different type of roof. This will be how to clean a metal roof. So we get a lot of questions about metal roof cleaning. There are some specific things you need to know about that. So we've got the drone out here with us today. We'll try to get you guys some good footage. This is a really nasty metal roof. Now I know the sun's a little bit in our eyes, but this thing is solid black. It's supposed to be that creamy white painted metal roof. So let's walk through this thing from start to finish, take all the precautions, come along for the ride. We'll see you in a second. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so when we're talking about a metal roof, the differences between that versus an asphalt shingled roof or a Spanish tile or a slate, like we got all these different kind of roofing materials, cedar shake roofs. Today we're looking at metal. So what are the things you need to know about a metal roof and the precautionary things you need to do? Make sure you don't damage this roof in the process of trying to get it clean. Number one is we don't use any high pressure when we're cleaning a roof. And that's pretty much across the board for any roofs. We're not gonna pressure wash it. We're gonna soft wash it. Second thing is, what is that black stuff growing up there? Well, it's just bacteria. It's most commonly gonna be Glioxapsa, which is the same thing we'll see on the asphalt shingle roofs, on a lot of other surfaces. If we come in here and look on this is an old rental house. They're trying to get it rehabbed back up and rent it back out. It's a nice place. It could be a nice place, and they're trying to get it fixed up. So cleaning that roof, we're just gonna be cleaning the same thing that's on everything else. It just looks really bad when it's up on the roof. So we're gonna take care of that with here's your percentages, anywhere from a 2 to a 5% mix, okay? Now you've gotta be really careful when you go from 2 to 5%. That's a massive change in bleach strength. You don't wanna go any hotter than you have to just to be doing it, all right? Will it clean it at 5? Yeah. Will it clean it at 12? Yeah, but you're gonna mess up a lot of things. So we wanna be as mild as possible. I would recommend you guys start around 2%. Work your way up from there if it's not cleaning it as quickly as you need to, and that can be based on a lot of factors. It's the middle of November right now, but it's pretty warm today here in Alabama, so we're probably gonna be at about a 4% mix on this. We don't need to go quite to a 5, but it is really nasty. It's also not very steep of a pitch, so that may determine me going up a little bit in strength, because the steeper the pitch, the quicker it's gonna run off. So while I got it up there, I need to be able to hit it with a little bit of potency. You will notice there are no gutters on this house, so we got to take that into account. Now, the grass and stuff here, it's not going to be a big deal. We'll keep all that stuff watered down. We do have some shrubbery down here on the end, so we'll keep all that stuff wet while we're spraying. This is not a Galvalume roof, okay? Those, I'll throw in a screenshot of what a Galvalume roof looks like. That is a different kind of a roof, metal roofing material. We do not clean Galvalume roofs. We've done them before. They are doable. Very risky. So Galvalume, I can't speak, it's a galvanized, basically an electrolysis process. So they coat this thing with a protective coating, but it's not nearly as durable to chems as a painted metal roof. So when we're talking about metal roof cleaning, we're talking about painted metal roofs. This is that cream color. You got green, red, blue, black, all kinds of different colors. If it's that galvanized coating on a metal roof, highly recommend you guys hard pass, all right? That's an insurance claim waiting to happen. You don't want to do those. What can happen is your SH can actually counteract the galvanized process, and you'll have shiny spots and dull spots and shiny spots, and it'll just overall, it won't look good. Yes, you can do them. It's just risky, okay? So now that we know that it's not Galvalume, we know what percent we're going to be on. We're looking at our property protection stuff, which that's standard no matter what you're cleaning. We've kind of got the gist of this job down pat. What else do we need to be aware of? Well, a metal roof, if you're on a hotter mix and it's middle of the day and it's sunny, you know, the roof gets hot, especially in the summertime, you can screw up and oxidize this thing if you're not careful through a chemical reaction with your mix. So we don't want to do that. Couple just key things. We don't want to let our mix dry. Make sure it stays wet the whole time. Keep it wet and start rinsing if it starts to dry. Throw some water up there or reapply. You want to keep your mixture wet, so make sure you don't let it dry. We like to do them either early in the morning or in the afternoon. We don't try to do them midday unless we just absolutely have to. If we do have to do it midday, we'll spray it down with hose or the ball valve on the pressure washer and just try to cool that metal down so that we're not basically throwing it up to a roof that's 500 degrees. It's going to bake on and it can oxidize the paint. So watch out for that. But it's pretty straightforward. Other than that, the only other thing to be aware of is you're going to have a lot of runoff with these because it's a slick surface. So when you spray it up, it's going to run off pretty quickly. So it's a less is more kind of thing. And we'll show you that with the technique on spraying. You just got to get it on there and be prepared for a lot of excess runoff. So without any further things, let's go ahead and go back to the truck and get set up. We'll show you guys the rig. We'll come back. This is an easy one to do. It's a ranch, so we can hit it from the ground. Let's take a look at the rig, and then we'll come back and look at the roof. All right, guys, we're at the truck over here. This is one of our flagship skids. If you guys don't know who we are, real quick, we're Southeast Softwash. We build equipment like this and trailers and mini skids, and we do training and lots of cool stuff. Check out the description down below. There'll be a bunch of links down in there. If you want to get some equipment and some training to be able to do this kind of stuff, check that out. We'd be glad to help you out. So this is a Lumax Pro. It is killer on this kind of work. Residential, some small commercial stuff, it'll absolutely kill it. This will make you a lot of money. So we're going to use this rig to apply our chem and to rinse it off. One other thing I didn't mention earlier, we always rinse metal roofs, all right? A lot of times we don't rinse shingled roofs unless the landscaping and the gutters or lack of gutters tell us we need to, but we're not really rinsing an asphalt roof for the sake of the roof. On a metal roof, we're absolutely going to rinse every one of those off. Metal and bleach don't go together. Bleach is corrosive. Not only that, you've got the roof itself, but you've also got all those screws that are holding it down, all the rubber grommets. We want to make sure we rinse this roof off, and we will be doing that with the pressure washer. You could do it with the Softwash system as well, just set to water only. Either way, that'll just be faster. So what we'll do here, we will pull down our hose. We're going to prime up the system, so I'm going to cut it on. We'll prime up water. All right, that's just water. I'm going to go ahead and prime my bleach line. Takes just a few seconds to do all this. I can see my hose filling up here with SH. Now, it's not going to come out here for about 60 seconds, so I'm safe to spray out here in the yard. All right, my bleach line's good and primed. I'm going to add my surfactant in there with it. Just a little bit. You can see that green surfactant loading up the line there. Now, you do want to watch yourself, guys. You don't want to go too long doing this in the yard because eventually we're going to get a mix coming out here and we don't want to spray their yard with a mix. I've been doing this long enough, I pretty much know my time limits. So I'm going to pull me off enough working hose here. Make sure I got plenty. All right, that should be good. All right, Real Deal Hose Reel. That's our brand. Check them out. Let's go down here and do a little bit of spray, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so we've got a coat up there. It just took a few minutes to do that. We can spray pretty far with this 12 volt. So normally what we would do is fire up the pressure washer. We're tank fed, so we've got 100 gallons of water. We don't really even need to connect to their spigot for this job, such a small job. And we would be rinsing off all of this lower stuff, the shrubbery over there, keeping that stuff rinsed with the pressure washer. Well, there's not a lot of it. It's pretty much isolated over there. So I'm just gonna use my Softwash system. I've set my manifold back to water only. I cut the bleach off, cut the soap off, and now I purge the line, and that is just water. So I'll just take a few minutes and keep this stuff wet. You can already see a massive difference on the roof. Hopefully, you know, the sun's kind of right in our face here, but right there to the middle of the house, the roof is pretty well clean. Still got some sections down here that are getting worked on by our SH mixture. So we'll rinse some of this vegetation off. Be back in just a second. All right, guys, so as we pan across
the roof here, you'll see the section on the left untreated, and then right now we're getting into the section that we just put a coat on, and it's been about 5 to 7 minutes of dwell time, and we're seeing some results here. Obviously not clean yet, but our mix, our SH and our surfactant, it's working to clean off this roof. Let's take a look at another slide. All right, this has been about 25 minutes with a second coat in between, so 2 coats on it now, and remember, we're keeping it wet. We're not going to let that mixture dry, and we're just going to keep reapplying as needed. And you guys can tell here, pretty major drastic difference. So the left-hand side of the house on the front, basically a clean roof, and then the right-hand side over here is what we were dealing with originally. Now, I did spray that down with water because it makes a more dramatic contrast. When you wet it, it darkens it up so you can see a little bit better. Let's look at one final slide, and we're just going to pan across here. This is what we were dealing with when we got here, and then the right-hand side is pretty much clean. There are a few spots left. We will spot treat those before we leave. These guys are going to have basically a brand new looking roof, just like the day it was installed.
All right, guys, so we're pretty much done with this half of the roof. We're gonna go grab some lunch. The purpose of this for us is to make a video for you guys. It's not really to clean this roof. If we were just cleaning a roof, not doing all this video stuff, we'd have been done with the whole thing a long time ago. So this would be about an hour-long project, start to finish. That's kind of on the liberal side, pulling up to getting out of here. One final thing I want to mention is when you are rinsing this roof off, whether you're using the Softwash system or the pressure wash ball valve or a garden hose or whatever you're doing, maybe have some homeowners out there, make sure you do not spray too aggressively up towards the ridge cap, because you can't actually get water inside the roof. So just be really careful when you get up toward the very top. Make sure you rinse the whole thing down. Like I said in the beginning, I like to do these early in the morning, let the truck go by, or late in the afternoon where it's not just blazing hot. So middle of November, we're pretty safe right here. We'll just rinse all this stuff off. Come back after lunch. We'll finish the whole roof for them, get it looking good. But anyway, guys, that is how to clean a metal roof start to finish. Hope the video helped. We'll see you later.